Hi everyone. I'm here today to talk to you once more about saying no. So I've been talking about the need for leaders to have a more manageable workload. That at this point in time, most leaders are doing the jobs of two people, and if you're going to lead a balanced life and a fulfilled life, you're going to have to learn to say no to some of the work that is continually tasked upon you. And so in the last few videos, I've talked about how to say no and practicing saying no and why it's important to say no and connecting to your why. Today, what I want to do is just reinforce that this is not easy. This is not something that you just do once and it's done. So today I want to talk about how to stick to your no. So you've said no, you've practiced it, and it's hard to stick to it. So here's 3 ways to help you stick to it. The first thing you need to do is, whenever possible, don't put yourself back in that situation where you're going to have to defend your no again. So what happens is we often feel guilty after we say no, or we get pressure after we say no. And the question is, did you really mean no? Are you serious? How serious are you? And so whenever you can, avoid those conversations, avoid those situations. Don't go back to your boss and say, I said no the other day. I hope you're not upset with me. Because that just opens the whole can of worms again. If you can, avoid those conversations that are starting to bring up the tasks and things like that, where it's going to be difficult for you to really be firm. I know it's not easy to avoid those conversations, but what I'm suggesting is, when it's possible, don't you be the one to bring the conversation back up. Avoid bringing it up. If it comes up again, you may need to go back to the last couple videos and review how to say no and stick to it and practice it. So the first thing to do is avoid getting into those situations again. The second thing, and I'm repeating myself, I know, but it's go back to your why. Go back to the reason you're saying no in the first place. Go back to why it's important to say no, what's got you into saying no, and really connect with that. The third way to really stick to saying no is surround yourself with people on your team. Stay connected to those people who are your supports, your family, your friends, your coworkers that believe in you, your coworkers that are on your side. Come back to those places, your social media places, people who encourage you to live a balanced lifestyle, people who are working to look at leadership differently. Go back to those support systems. Go back to those places that really encourage you and support you in your desire to say no to too much work. So, making your no stick, try not to get into those conversations again, if at all possible, where you have to defend yourself. Go back to your reason why you've said no in the first place, and surround yourself with those people who support you in saying no. It is important for you to say no. It's vital for you to say no to too much work if you're going to live that balanced, fulfilled life.